showdown, putting them solidly in.
What up, fam? It's your boy, Big Chooch, Clipping Nubs, Julio Aponte, coming at you live on a new episode of AO Mecca. Stick around.
Hang on, there we go. Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of Feature Builder. My name is Ariel, and welcome to another stream here over at youtube.com/AOMecha and over at twitch.tv/AO_Mecha. Hang on, it's too quiet in here. Hit it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so tonight, welcome guys to another episode of Feature Builder. Our guest tonight is Julio Aponte, aka CLIPPINUBS. You must have seen his work all over Instagram. He just recently posted for the OMC challenge. I wish him the best of luck on that. The first time I saw or met or know about Julio was, where was it? It must have been either Critical Build or Mechanism, where they would talk about a whole bunch of their projects and people's works that they've submitted, which is always pretty cool to see other people's work and get to see builders build live as well. So he also streams on his channel as well with other builders in Mechanism, for example, streaming with Chris Pabs, Brian Danclau, and so many others. But anyways, enough about me. Why don't we bring in Julio Aponte into the show and see what he's saying. Let's go. Julio! How's it
What's
going,
up, man? Chilling.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. Oh man, how are you tonight, man?
Feeling good. Feeling real good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
feeling good, feeling
Yeah,
chill.
it was a good day. I cleaned my room. It was good.
Did you work on any
It was definitely a good
backlogs?
Nah, I still haven't finished snapping up that rug and lays. I'm just missing weapons sitting there.
Oh,
Goddamn
yeah.
you, Xbox. Yeah. Xbox dropped. I was like, all right, I'm not doing nothing for a month.
Oh man. So yeah, no, thanks for coming into AO Mecha
problem,
Live.
man.
I remember chatting with you for a bit for this idea. It's like I think you mentioned it was like, yo, I want to be on the show or something like that. And I was like, no, I want you to be
Completely
on the show,
joking.
bro. And I was like, yeah, let's make that happen. This guy jokes around and wanted to be on my show. Then I drop him a line. It's like, yo, B, are you open on November? I got some opening up for it. And this guy's like, yeah, I'm down. So very glad to have you here, man. And welcome. So to everybody that's just joining us tonight, why don't we go say hi to them over at YouTube. We have Bro Builder in the house. We got Candace. We got who else do we got here? We got Shar's Apprentice. What's up?
What up?
Welcome to the show. Chris Pavs, obviously. I've been told to be here for a Chooch chat. The Chooch chat.
Get on the choo train.
Oh my god, choo choo. We got A Gunplow. We got Freddie Torres. Hey Freddie, how's it going? All the way from the
Freddie,
West
go to
Coast.
sleep.
I know, right? This guy. Miguel joining us, obviously. Miguel, man, how are you doing? Let's see here. Skyers, hello everyone. We got Jonathan Velasquez joining us as well. Let's see here. Plamo Build Report. Hey, Plamo Build Report.
Yep.
Thank you for the messages as well and the follows on Twitch. Gia Daigogi. Wait.
Guy.
What?
Guy Daigogi.
Guy Daigogi. Oh my god, that's a tongue twister. That should be banned on my show. No, I'm kidding. I love it. Wait, what Kool-Aid? I thought that it was Captain Morgan and Coke.
Cheers, brother.
Oh,
Cheers.
man. We got Kyle H joining us, and more people are joining in on the show. Over at twitch.tv, we got Skyers, we got Louise. We got Riot coming back. Hey, Riot, welcome back to the show.
What up, guys?
We got Squibby Pla. Hey, how's it going? How are
Squibby.
you? And just pay me the stretch. I'm going to stretch. Oh, so we're going to be doing a whole bunch of random stuff that Twitch tells me. So this is going to be fun. Thank you so much for that, Squibby. Who else do we got? We got Evadni Chandra joining us over at Twitch. We got Plamo Build Report. Hello. And so many more people. And Redeema Hydrate. Oh, you know what? I forgot to grab my bottle. So we're going to do that during the commercial break. But enough about me, Julio. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Are you excited? I can't wait to talk about all kinds of stuff
I'm
with
so
you,
hyped.
man.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Like, no. So as I was mentioned, you've been streaming as well, part of a group of amazing builders out there in New York. You're from Brooklyn, right? You're from Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn, New York.
Born and raised, or?
Yes, sir. Here all my life.
All right, look at this. This is a true
New Yorker.
and you're watching Saturday Night Live.
Special guest.
Oh man. So how long have you been building model kits, man?
It's been about like two and a half years, maybe, give or take. It's been fun. It's been real fun. I picked up HG for nostalgia, and it just exploded from there. It's like, I like this. I like building things.
Awesome. And for those who don't know you as well as some other people, even I'm still getting to know you, and thank you so much for being a good friend for the last couple of days, getting to know you and through your works as well. It's been really great. Why don't you tell us? Yeah, why don't you tell us about yourself? Maybe your background, a little bit of maybe what you do for a living, and your hobby, man.
So you guys should know the big chooch, CLIPPINUBS on Instagram, Julio Ponte. I make things, people like them. I'm a graphic designer. That's about it. I like to read, take walks.
Graphic designer, that's awesome, man. Like a lot of people tend to be, well, in our model hobby, have like some kind of artistic background. Do you find that doing graphic design influenced your model kit making, or vice versa?
Design flow and whatnot has definitely, going through college and learning different computer things has definitely guided how some builds go, but sometimes it's just free wilding out there.
Nice.
Making whatever I want. I've been doing art my whole life, It was next evolution, I guess. Let's make statues. I want to make statues.
What kind of graphic design do you usually do?
I actually went to college for animation and web design,
Okay,
and that just went to print design and then 3D work, and I think I was doing production work when the incident happened.
Oh my
The blink
God.
happened for a year.
It is crazy how time either flew by or stood still. Like it all really depends on where you are, and not just in the world, but where you are in life and in your work. So again, to everybody that's watching, hope you guys are keeping safe. Let's help each other in this time of need. This pandemic is really crazy. But why don't we take a break from that as well and hang out? Let's chat with Julio here. I got a couple of your slides ready here. Why don't we go check them out? So really cool stuff. Like first off, your work is really amazing. It has like a really distinct kind of feel as well, and also the traditional feel to it. I think some of the stuff that I remember seeing from you originally was your work with the Leo, and we're gonna get to that as well a little bit later on. But I haven't seen much of your work other than what you posted on Instagram. So a lot of these stuff also are not on Instagram as well, right?
Some of them, yeah, it depends. I post whenever I'm like feeling in the mood.
Whenever the hunger strikes.
Take a look at it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
So
sure.
why don't we go start with this? So right now we're looking at the Zaku, and it's a series of photos of the Zaku. What can you tell us about this?
My first custom painted job. Well, custom a lot of things. Like I didn't like do heavy mods, but I did some mods like hoses and hands and whatnot. Really fun. I hand painted this whole thing. Dude, that was hard. That was real hard.
I love that you did a diorama on this. Do you typically do dioramas for your builds as well?
I try to whenever I can. This was the first time I ever did anything like this, so I just bought like the 1/100 trees and put them down. I actually made some rocks out of Starbucks napkins.
Oh, what? Just from Starbucks
stuff
napkins?
Together. Yeah, I was making rocks from Starbucks napkins.
That's crazy. So being this
down real good.
is one of your earlier work, right? Like, what are some of the growing pains? Like, what are some of the lessons learned? Would you say was something that you'd remember from this?
Definitely don't hand paint things this large. I mean, you can, and it's not hard if you keep doing it. But since this was my first one, it took me some time, and it was strenuous. It was definitely strenuous. But it came out all right, I stopped using stickers after this. It was like the whole water slides. These stickers are just weird, man.
Oh, that's crazy. But also, it came out really well. Also, here are some
Thank you.
clean shots of it, like a little bit of we're gonna go do a 360, I guess, with the kit. What are some of the most memorable parts of this? Like, we've talked about lessons learned, but like, what did you enjoy the most out of it?
Honestly, you can't see much of it, but painting the frame was really fun. All the inner workings and mechanics of it. It was really good. I should have took some pictures of it, but I just threw everything together after it was done. And like little things, building a story in my head while I was building it.
Yeah. What was the story? Can you give us a little snippet about that?
He was oh man, what was it? It's been a couple of years. He was he's definitely like a commander because he has the horn, but he was a bunch of melee, and this was like he was just being blown back from something because I made like drag lines on the diorama top, like he was sliding backwards.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool. But completely forgot that story.
Oh,
There's
man.
so many more stories now.
So speaking of stories, a lot of your followers and friends are also on the chat tonight. I just want to say hi to everybody out there. We got creeping freely for you too. I'm assuming that's Don Lin, right? Welcome to the show. We got Ronan in the house. He's already on your butt. We already said hi to Chris Pabs. Who else was joining us? And Nicholas Tejada Sanchez. That's the first Nicholas Tejada Sanchez drop of the night. NTS is in the house. Tyfurious, welcome back. So two things here that I noticed from the chat. This is all from you. You're gonna get so much roasting tonight. We're gonna ask every question on this one. Julio, tell us. Oh my God! Hang on, where's that? What's the story with the toe? What toe are they talking about? Here, man?
On the front of his right boot, he has a big spike to kick things.
Yeah,
because he's on melee, So he just kicks things.
Oh,
I covered
man.
the back thrusters there because I was like, you can't have thrusters just hanging out. Little did I know.
Well, there you go. Also, another question here is, Julio, tell us when you became a clout chaser.
The year was 1996. Wu-Tang just dropped an album.
Oh man, Ghostface Killer, I remember that. Oh yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna be like Ghostface.
RZA. Oh my god, that brings up a lot of memories, man. Speaking of like Wu-Tang and all that stuff, what kind of music do you listen to when you're building stuff?
Everything. Honestly, everything. Yeah, like my music library is so eclectic. A lot of different things go on. Like, it seriously can go from Madonna to Gojira to like Justin Bieber. It goes to some EDM. Like, everything's in there. My Spotify playlist is a little crazy.
Oh, awesome. Well, that's good. Diversity is always key. We got a couple of more questions here about some kind of donkey. Oh my god, explain the donkey.
My desk donkey. I got a donkey under my desk.
We might have kids watching this. This is not a kids show. What's the donkey?
I got a donkey under my desk.
Okay. And that's it. That's all we gotta know.
That's it.
Donkey named Kelly.
I'll send you a picture after the show. You can see my donkey.
Awesome. No, but yes, I'll take it. I'll buy that for $1.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
So with the Zaku, just going back to your stuff here. Were you always drawn into like more of non-Gundam kits, or is there kind of like a preference when you're working on stuff?
I really love making things that people haven't seen before, and something. I mean, you've seen a Zaku before, but you haven't seen my Zaku. Like, people notice the toe, you know. Like, I like to change it up. I do. And since this is my first custom, I didn't go too hard, but I have a black TriStar that I think I'm gonna go super hard on.
Hard on, eh?
You got a Simpro big axe for it. It's gonna be awesome, man. It's gonna be so dope. I just need more time. I have 9 projects behind me underneath the table. I need more time.
Oh man, so there's a show that I do called Backlog Builder. All right, maybe you should come in and build with us when you have time.
Backlog.
I know, right? Did you see his intro video, guys? Like, if you scroll back or watch it later on, he had a mad stack of boxes. I was impressed at the same time, going like, all right, challenge accepted. Nice. You're crazy.
That's nice. That was half of it. The other half's behind me, staring at me.
Oh man. So
I enjoy it.
Let's continue on with the back. Obviously, you enjoyed the hobby and customization, and as you mentioned, you like creating stuff. This one right here, what we have on screen right now, is the Leo. And at first, I thought it was like something out of Warhammer or something like miniature, until I really zoomed in a little bit more on this, and I was like, oh damn, that crossbar at the bottom, that's a Leo. And then I looked up and I'm like, oh, that is a Leo. Dude, tell me about this kit. What did you do to this? Like, what are the parts and what's your inspiration, man? Tell me the story.
So New Type HQ had a bracket challenge, and their challenge was to make a Leo and do whatever you want to it, and people will vote, and whoever wins. I won with this, which is pretty cool. But this was, I don't know, 3 iterations before I settled on this. It was a dude with a flamethrower. It was a dude with some swords.
Nice.
Yeah. So I forgot who said it. I think I was on a Instagram live, and I was talking. I was thinking about making him a necromancer, and somebody was like, "Yes, do it." Actually, it was Justini's build. He was like, "Yes, do it. Go hard." I was like, "All right." So I took the Leo body. I had one of the Lancers, one of the Build Fighter Lancers, and the Gabaldi rebake, the HG Gabaldi rebake, and I smashed them together. I started seeing how things flow, and I wanted him to have like big sorcerer shoulders and big scythe. So I took one staff from an IBO kit, and I used some styrene to make the scythe hand, the blade, and just threw it all together and landed on this.
Awesome. We're going to continue more about the Leo in a second. Let's just bring it back real quick here. We have a couple of people obviously on Twitch and YouTube. I just want to take the time to say hi to everybody. People are joining us on Twitch. We have Meg's joining us there as well. Skyer's there. We got Chandra joining us as well there. And lots of people are coming in over at YouTube Live. We also have Meg. Meg's just all over the place. We have Shars and Prentice. There's a couple of questions here that I just want to get to before we get too far ahead onto it. We're gonna get back to the Leo in just a sec. Let's see here. Watching Julio become a star, Ronin. How are you? Oh, okay, they're just talking.
I've always been a star. You're just witnessing me, you know.
Question for Julio is what's good for the goose good for the gander?
Oh yes, the gander is always getting goosed. Definitely good for your gander.
Awesome. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the show. Let's get back to the arena real quick. So here's a couple of images of the base and the Leo just taken out there, looking really cool. The sight itself was definitely one of the featured weapons on this. What did you make it out of, and like what was the design intent on that one?
So there's the IBO side story stuff. There's one of the villains called the Vol, and he comes with a bunch of weapons, big hammer and a big dual blade thing. So I took the dual blade and I sandwiched it in between two pieces of styrene and then wrapped some rope around that, and it gave it that real I don't know, handmade look. I really enjoyed it. Chipped it out some, sprayed it silver. This was my first real hand airbrushing exercise, and I wanted him to look like metal, you know. Came out good.
Nice. Yeah, no, it looks really, really good. The color scheme of that.
Thank you.
Also, though it's dark, you get that. I love the red accent that just pops up. That is really, really cool. What kind of paints do you typically work with when you're working on your kit?
Normally acrylic. I've been jumping into some lacquers, but it's definitely normally acrylic because I don't have to wear a big thing to spray it. The base was on the fly, manic thought. I was like, I need him to raise some other, beings since he is a necromancer.
Right.
Do it together overnight. I could throw a black light on it. It'll glow in the dark for a while. It's pretty cool.
Nice. Yeah, no, it came out really well here. I'm just cycling through the rest of the photos here. The chains, what are they made out of?
I went to Michael's and got some jewelry chains, bracelet and necklace chains.
Oh yeah.
Cut them up, started putting them together. Yeah. I was like Macho Man. Let's go, Macho Man.
Now here it is side by side with another kit here. What's that other kit there?
Leodin.
That's a Leodin, right?
Yeah, that is I built a universe in my head. I'm like, all right, so this is all robo fantasy, and I have to make a whole team to fight some type of villain. So now I got a necromancer, and I got a heavy tank paladin. So bad. I have plans to make an archer and one more. I just don't know what class I'll leave it on. It's gonna be a good party though.
Looking great there, man. Awesome.
Thank you.
Here, going back real quick. There's a couple of questions here as well. Julio, when did you realize you ran a cult? And do you have a message for your followers? That is from Meg. Oh, it's gonna be that kind of show, eh, guys?
Yo, Meg, I'm so thankful that you think I'm your leader. I love you. All I ask is for your love in return.
There you go.
That's all I ask.
I'm the Loki of the Gunpla community. That is from Freddy. Oh man, everybody is just here. Mecha Painter Andrew saying nothing wrong with acrylics. He loves it. He paints a lot with acrylics, but he also paints with a whole bunch of other materials as well, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Acrylics are great. Acrylics are great paints. They really are. Some people, they have a hard time getting it thin enough for it to flow properly, but acrylics are great paints. They really are.
No, it looks like I want to use a little bit more Vallejo, especially the Mech series line, because I think I really want to get more into that. I saw Don Sorotas doing some stuff. Dude, his tutorials is crazy. I don't know if you follow him, but mad skills on that guy.
And I love that he's using all acrylic.
Exactly.
I love it. Yeah. The Leodin was painted in all Mecha Vallejo colors. Really fun. Bunch of silvers.
We're gonna get to that as well, but the next build here up next, this one is the Wing Zero, looking really awesome, man. So shout out to all the Wing fans. I'm starting to see a pattern here, by the way. We got Leo, we got a Leodin, and we got a Wing going on. What's going on here, bro?
Like most kids in the early 2000s, Gundam Wing hit Toonami, and my brain exploded. And I was like, all right, I got this. Those were some of the first HGs I ever snapped together, and then I left it alone for years, and I came back to a HD Death Scythe because Wing Boys are the edgiest, most awesome dudes ever. Like, come on.
The Wing series is definitely an introduction to a lot of people in our community, especially North America wise. Is that your first exposure to the Gundam franchise, or did you watch other shows before Wing?
I've seen images of like the RX-78 and the Zaku, but watching the whole anime, Gundam Wing was my first one.
Gundam Wing.
I went back and watched other series after, you know, the other Gundam series, but Wing was the first one, so it'll always have my heart, you know.
Who's your?
I found out there was a movie.
Oh, the Endless Waltz, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, let's go. This is awesome, man.
Nice.
Kid losing my mind.
Who was your favorite pilot, and what was your favorite mecha from the Wing series?
Of course, it was Duo.
Nice.
He was the chillest dude there. He was like, I want to hang out with this guy. Everybody else got problems. Duo's getting shit done.
Oh, man.
And the Death Scythe, yeah, Death Scythe.
Death Scythe is which version? There's multiple versions of the Death Scythe. There's the Death Scythe Hell. There's the Death Scythe, I think refitted, the one where he had like the flappity flap thing on the front. Yeah. Flappity flap. That's a word now tonight. Oh, man.
The flappity flaps on the side.
Duo is cool. For me, I've always liked Hero. I think just because he piloted like one of the main cool mechs and transforms. My background is Transformers before I got into Gundam. So seeing a Gundam transform to me was like, all right, close enough. I'll buy that. But when he from the first episode, Hero, you know, threatening like this girl, going like, yeah, I'm gonna destroy you. Destroy you is the North American version, by the way. That's a PG censored stuff right there.
That's how I still speak to women.
Oh. There you go.
I'll be like, I don't think you should be alive, madam.
But you say it so politely. That's what's happening. Let's get back to the kit here. What did you do to this kit right here? And why does it look awesome? It looks like this thing is gonna come out and kick your butt, kind of thing.
So it's the Wing Gundam EU version. I took a Airmaster from the Wing Gundam G series, and I bashed it into this one. Took the armor pieces, threw them together, and I was like thinking that this would be a step in between like the EU and the Zero Custom.
Oh, okay.
So you're like, he's more in that color scheme with almost wings, because the regular like TV wings were all weird. But I took that, and I took actually the wings, the TV wing, I think it is, the HD TV wing with the wings that open up, and I threw those on the backpack, and they look awesome. Like altogether, I think it came out great.
Yeah, no, it looks really good.
It was rough. Some paint is rough, but I think
I was gonna say, like, I could see some stuff. I mean, a closer look, you're gonna be able to see a whole bunch of like where paint could have been and whatnot. But overall presence looks good. The base also is painted, but it's very like it's just contrasting for it, right?
Yeah, I took apart some it was a Xbox 360 chat controller. I took out the insides and just started throwing it on some poster board and made a base. Nice.
The next one
quick together.
The next one here is the Leoden now. This one has like that big sword, very like melee, close combat, and very sword-like, melee sword.
Sword-like, yeah. Sword-like? It's a big glaive by now.
What do we got going here? This is definitely a custom. What are some of the parts and materials you use for this guy right here?
So there's a group called New Gunpla Horizons, and every year they have a build league. And in that league, you have different events. And this was for the new metallic metals portion of that. So you had to paint something that was, in that metal style, making it look, whatever. Oh, and the other stipulation was it had to be something from the game. Oh my God! It has a samurai, it has a Viking, it has a knights.
For honor.
Yeah, for honor. It had to be one of those, like in one of those styles. So I was like, this is gonna hit so many notes for my idea of building a party for the Leos, and so I grabbed another Leo. I grabbed the HG Knight Gundam from Build Rise.
Yeah.
and I mashed those two together. The sword is his like flight pack shield. Just the two hot halves put together and just like piecing stuff together. Some putty for the chainmail. Got I took off the rest of the stuff on the back of his head and just puttied that nice and smooth to look like a helmet.
Yeah, it looks good. We have a zoomed in version of the chest right now, multiple colors. What kind of paints did you use for this one? Is it still the acrylics, or did you go with metallic stuff?
All this is acrylic paint.
Nice. What would you say?
I was watching The Mandalorian at the time too, and he just got the Beskar armor. So I was like, this fits so well. I put his the horn creature on his shield. I was like, I love this.
Yeah. Oh man.
I love this thing.
Awesome. No, it turned out really well. I was gonna say, like, what did you place? Yeah, I was gonna say, did you place on this one? Okay, awesome.
Yeah. Took first place this round.
How many people would you say have entered a competition like that? Because like this one obviously looks like a lot of customization. I'm assuming there's like a lot of stuff, tight competition at this one.
Yeah, there were a good like 18 guys, I think, give or take, in there
Nice.
on this leg of the build league. And I came in first. I think Germanimal came in second. There were some good entries.
Right.
One guy made a Centurion. He looked awesome.
Oh, Centurion. Wow.
Looking
good.
Really great group. New Gunpla Horizons. Look, if you guys look them up.
New Gunpla Horizon. Are they European or American?
I think most of them are based in America. There's some in Canada.
Okay.
It's multinational.
Multinational.
Group.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's get back to here. There's a couple of questions on the YouTube. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Everybody from YouTube Live and also at Twitch. Just a couple of comments I'm reading off from Twitch right now. Gundam Wing also is my first exposure to Gundam. The Shenlong is my favorite. That's from Rani, all the way in Philippines.
Dragon Hands. Yeah.
3 stars. Tefian saying yo. And then Vanderly saying, oh, they're just chatting up here. Lots of stuff here. They're just, talking there with amongst themselves, like switching back and forth some of their contacts. Guys, please follow each other on your socials. And if you guys want to let other people know what your socials, feel free to like put that in the comments. Question for you here. This is regarding another section of thing that you usually run as well. Team Awful.
My family. My family.
Team
Awful. It's not even modeling anymore. It's just us talking about life, and we still talk about modeling. We ask each other for help or whatever. Yeah. It's just every day, like, yo, what's up? How you doing?
So
what's going on? What's
the conception of that? Like, what are we looking at with Team Awful, man? Give us a little background on what it's about.
I was in a live chat, and this dude named Awful Adam was also in it, and me and him hit it off immediately. We hit it off.
Nice.
So he was like, yo, I got a couple other homeboys who we can make a team. Let's do it. Have a Discord to talk to each other. And so we just got people and just kept adding. It was never really about building. It was just about us hanging out and having fun with each other, making friends. I mean, right. That's the best thing about it, honestly.
And that's it, like a community, especially where you could just jive, be yourself, and shoot the shizzle. I almost said that. The schmaz. The question is, how does one join Team Awful? What are the prerequisites to join Team Awful?
You got to send me $5 and a lock of your hair.
Ooh, we're getting some voodoo stuff happening in here.
I am the cult leader, so I'll sacrifice it. I'll probably buy some. Celery or something.
What color is the Kool-Aid usually? I mean, red is so passé these days, right? There we go. Purple. I'm down for
purple. That. Purple Kool-Aid.
and this is our last episode. Thank you very much, guys.
What? Get your sneakers over there.
Oh man, Team Awful is family. That's from Kyle H. I want to say hi to everybody there at YouTube as well. Kyle H. Char's Apprentice is saying what's up. Miguel is always there. You guys ever seen Gundam European Union? Is that a question? Probably. I haven't per se, but I'm just scrolling back up to see if there's anything else there. You guys, feel free to throw in your questions at any given time. Over here at Twitch, we have a question from Luis, and he's saying, Julio, are you? Oh, I'm gonna butcher this. Boricua.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Boricua. So Luis is also from Puerto Rico. So he's just saying,
you represent.
There we go. And your background is Puerto Rican. I didn't know that at the time, because like Julio, I know it's a Spanish or Latin American background. Have you been to Puerto Rico or like?
I have not.
What?
I need to go. Yeah, I haven't. My family came over here and they haven't left.
Oh man.
I got some family back there. I gotta go see them, but I haven't been there ever. I've been to other places. I haven't been there. I don't know why. I feel like I'm gonna get there and I'm not gonna want to leave.
Oh man, for sure.
Really?
I haven't been back to Philippines as well since I moved here. So it's kind of crazy, and I could relate with you in that sense. But yeah, like I guess when traveling is back and available, we will be able to do that as well. Nicholas Tejada Sanchez is Colombia, and he's saying hablas
español?
español.
Sí, yo hablo español. Español.
Hables españols. Oh my God.
Dime, papi, ¿cómo tú estás?
Oh my, ay papi. That's how far my Spanish really goes. And Julio is a New Yorkian. Yeah, man. You're New York through and through, right? Like, did you move around New York, or you always been in Brooklyn?
Always been in Brooklyn. Brooklyn born and raised.
Nice.
I feel if I move to any other, it'll be like bad for my health. I'll start feeling weird, like I'm dying in here. It is Queens. Oh my God.
That is crazy, but I think it's all about community. Obviously, you have met a lot of people in your local community. We're gonna talk about them in a little bit. But speaking of community, I think this is a good time to take a quick break. We're gonna do a quick video. We'll be right back after these messages. But stay tuned, guys. Tonight we are watching AOMecha Live feature builder here with Julio Aponte, aka CLIPPINUBS. We'll be right back after these. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to the stream, and hopefully you guys are enjoying the show so far. I just want to let you guys know about an amazing online community that I'm part of, and it's called Side 6. Here, you will find like-minded modelers and hobbyists who enjoy the mecha and gunpla genre. We encourage posting of whips, projects, and tutorials to help each other move forward in our hobby and in our community. We are always open to new members of all skill levels, so come check us out at facebook.com/groups/side6. We also have an Instagram where we feature members' works, and you can find that at instagram.com/side6_mecha. For all new club information, resources, and news, you could check out our website at www.side6.club. All right, let's get back to the show and see what's going on there. And welcome back, guys. If you're just tuning in, welcome to AOMecha Live. Tonight we have a feature builder episode, and guest starring tonight is Julio Aponte, aka CLIPPINUBS. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody, at twitch.tv/AO_mecha. Who do we got there? We got a couple of people. Oh, Chris Pavs redeemed for me to hydrate. So, Chris, here we go. Water. I did modify the Twitch chat points. So, yeah, it's going to be more fun. It's going to be more interactive. If anybody gets to the 2,500 points, I'm gonna be talking in a singing voice for 5 minutes. So hopefully no one hits that tonight, because that is not fun. No bueno, no español. So we'll play. over at YouTube, we have Juan Ferreira. Ask Julio.
Hey, what a Juan.
Que lo que.
Ay, que lo que.
Que lo que. Que lo que. There we go. I thought there were a few Spanish words in Tagalog. Bro Builder, Julio is like one of those only humans I hang out with in reality. Oh man, dude. Brother, so Brian, Bro Builder Brian is awesome. Online, I could only imagine him in person. Can you tell us like maybe 1 or 2 stories hanging out with Brian in person? What's Brian like?
So, I go to the middle of Bed-Stuy, I look around, and Brian says hi. I go upstairs, I sit down, I go blind, and he feeds information into my brain. I've become a smarter person since meeting him.
Oh,
just hang out, shoot the shit.
That says a lot. I don't know about him or about you, man. Over at Twitch, Riot just redeemed the hydrate, so I'm just gonna...
some waters.
Oh man, some agua. Agua. Who else here? Hi, Greg. Yo, Julio. Is in the
Colin?
And Nicholas Tiada Sanchez. While Ariel made a funny in Spanish. I am filled with surprises. But speaking of surprises, why don't we go back and check out what's going on in the in your slides here? What is this? We have a Zaku head, and is that Karen?
Yeah, it's Karen.
Man.
The true beautiful woman of Gundam. She's the best. She is the best. Like, there's a lot of women throughout Gundam, and Karen just holds her own. I honestly think she can stand up to anyone else. She lost a head.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you lose a head. It happens.
It happens.
She's badass. Yeah.
Her husband was killed in the war as well, right? That's why she enlisted. She continued fighting. She was the second in command for the 08 MS team. And just hands out badass, like really cool. So it looks like you're telling a story here. What's going on with this diorama?
So I built this in a weekend. I just went to work over a weekend. I was like, I have these Exceed heads. I got to use them. And I have one of the MS Report, I think they're called, kits. So I was like, let me just grab Karen and have her point into something on top of this head. Came out well.
Nice.
This was my first water resin pour.
That's a water resin pour. Wow. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And it just beat up the Zaku head. Oh, it was fun. That weekend was fun as hell.
Looking really good also. So for the weathering stuff, do you tend to weather a lot of your model kits in this like heavy rust and suds and all that stuff? Right?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I really like it to look beat up. Like I like it to look real world. Like it's gotten through something. I try to anyway. That my first real like challenge to build something clean was that wing we saw previously.
Right.
And, I got to keep trying to get to that super clean build. I'll get there eventually.
Oh man, it's looking great already. And like, how many years would you say now since this have you been like how long ago did you make this one, and like how long have you been building now in total?
So altogether it's been about 2.5 years, and this was about a year in, give or take. Netflix is talking to me. Yeah, this is about a year.
Netflix, guys, Netflix. All right, I know what kind of hub you're into, man. All right, let's.
But yeah, it was about 1.5 years in, and somebody was doing a blackout weekend, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna post as much as I can and get stuff done this weekend.
Nice.
So I just went as hard as I could.
It looks pretty cool too, man. Like, how many hours did you say you spent on this one? Just the whole weekend, or like what are we looking at?
Like Saturday, it was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and it was about like 6 hours each day, give or take. I threw it together. It could probably use some more hints of metallic here and there, but I figured the head's been there for a while, so it's probably not real shiny. But some more metallics in there would look nice, I think.
I was gonna say, like, if you have a little bit more like dents here and there, just to like give it that little extra shine pop. In regards to the resin pour, for those who have not worked on resin before or know the technique, can you give us like maybe a quick 101 on like what you did and things to look out for when you are pouring resin?
So this was a 2-part resin pour that you put together and then you pour it. From Envirotex Light, I think it was. I added a little green, a little blue into the 2 parts.
Okay.
And then just got everything, made sure I drew down on the base where I wanted everything, put it down and just started pouring around it. Everything solidified overnight. It was good. You have to make a good like masking seal around so it just doesn't come off the side.
Right.
You get some good masking tape, you get a good seal, and just pour. Hopefully it won't come through, It gets a little hot. You got to blow out some hot bubbles that it makes, but really, really fun. Now I plan on doing another one.
I was gonna say, for the bubbles though, I know sometimes when you're pouring stuff, there might be like that air bubble or pop that's not intentional. Was there anything that happened to that with your pour here?
A bunch of it near like the long grass and the seaweed stuff that was there was just full of oxidation. It was just everywhere. So I had to get a straw and just blow them out, and hopefully my breath would get them out.
Yeah.
It was hard. There's still some in there. This is actually Meg's favorite piece.
This is Meg's favorite pice. Why? What did she love about it? I know she probably messaged you, but what did she love about it, man?
No idea. She was like, if you ever sell your work, I'm buying this one. I was like, really? Really? Like, I could do this over. It'll probably be way better now.
Oh, man.
Maybe I'll make you one, Meg. Maybe I'll make you one day.
Meg, tell me on the chat why you like this this piece from Julio. Give me some 3 points. I'm gonna read that out loud if he's still watching. But that looks awesome, though. Was this for a competition as well, or was this just for a fun build kind of deal?
At the time, a competition was going on called from the Gunpla Girl Gang. It was the summer of '79.
I remember that. They're also on Instagram. I remember following them, and yeah, that's cool. Okay.
And so I threw it together over the weekend. I was like, all right, I'm gonna build something for that. But Karen, all that is all in 0079, so it works.
Nice. What is it saying here? Yeah, Freddy's answering for Meg, I'm assuming. So, Peggy Vetch. Because it's effing awesome. No, you die, I'll take it.
All right.
That is funny, man.
But that's evidence on the internet that you're gonna kill me.
Absolutely. So aside from like the resin pour on this one, what would you say would be like, your favorite part about it?
Hand painting Karen.
Hand painting
That
Karen
was really cool. Yeah, just getting to look authentic to the anime.
Yeah, I love the hair. Like,
really
hopefully, you have some close-ups of that on your socials. Because Karen, oh man, like, I wish they had like a really decent like DX figure of her too. Because like we've gotten everybody. We got everybody from even the new ones, the re-rise. May is already out there. Pink hair lady, Hama Khan.
Haman Khan. Yeah.
Haman Khan is out. We have also Shar with his lovely locks, right? So we have all these lovely ladies already in the DX figure, and I don't think we have a decent Karen out there.
Yeah.
We should petition for that.
We should 3D print them. Paint
Uh-oh.
them ourselves.
But
Might as well, man.
Not us directly. It'll be some folks out there that will.
Not for reselling. It's for my personal use, sir.
From Freddy here, one Karen who is one of my favorite. Oh, somebody just followed. Mecharon11, thank you for following. Thank you for that. Welcome to the show. I promise you. Hang on. Number 2, it just looks so adorably badass. Like she is standing on top of a head, and it's just another day after work for her. Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. The pose and everything, it's so nonchalant, and she's standing on a broken Zaku head. She probably shot it down or something. Like you can build a story for yourself.
And that is from the those surprise
Exceed
box Exceed heads, right?
Yeah.
Looking cool.
Yeah.
All right, speaking of Exceed heads and Zaku, the next one here we got the red Zaku. Oh man, is this a Char?
Yeah,
this is a Char. It's a red comment.
Yeah.
Look at this guy here.
Falling from glory.
And it's on top also of another Exceed head from the looks of it, right?
Yeah. So this was one of my first jumps into lacquer paints. The whole Exceed head is painted in splash paints with a color shift, like a cherry color shift. And I just wanted to test them out, really give it a shot. Came out real nice, real smooth. Like the head is super, super clean. Really enjoyed making the just a base for it. And then the red comet himself covered in blood. This man has spilled so much blood. Like I went back and I watched original like Gundam, Mobile Suit Gundam. This man has killed the people.
Oh yeah,
he killed me. He dropped a colony on Earth. It's wild. So I was like,
killed his twin.
Yeah, he killed his twin with no problem. He was like, all right, wear these glasses, I'll be good.
Freddy is saying that Meg stole his seat at the computer and she is using my YouTube. Okay, so Meg is on YouTube and Freddy is on Twitch. Oh man. Speaking of red comment, are you a very big fan of the UC line over all the other series, or do you have like a preference when it comes to
I enjoy all of it. Honestly, I enjoy all of it. There's some I still haven't seen, like G Reconquista or
you don't want to watch that. Sorry.
That's what I've heard. So I've stood off a little bit from it.
I tried watching it like almost 5 times, and I always end up at the exact same spot around episode 8, episode 9. And after that, I'm just like, I have no idea what's going on. But for those
robots,
but for those who finished the series, congratulations! You guys deserve some kind of medal, recognition for doing that. Oh my God, spoilers! Oh yeah, I mean, it's been out for at least 5 years. No, it's spoiler free by now. If you don't know what G Reco is about or have heard of it, it's your virgin ears are gone. You're done as of now. That's from Chris Paps. Edsel is saying hello. There's a lot of people also that came into YouTube. We have 3-star coming in. He's saying what's up. I miss you too, Freddy. That's from 3-star. Who else here? Oh, the regulars are still here. We got we got a new person, Lio, Edward Scott.
Hey,
Julio,
live
your work
well.
definitely keeps me inspired. Oh, that's awesome, man. See,
Yeah.
look at you giving
That was cool
inspiration
people,
to
man.
others. Awesome.
Yeah.
Let's continue on with the Shar here. Again, he's falling. He's just like he slipped on his own blood, and he's like, ah.
No, he's falling from the glory he thought he had, covered in the souls of the people he's taken. Yeah, I got real metaphysical with this one. I was like, just cover it in blood and have him falling. You know, seal up them seams. You know, get the initial basics done and just cover him in blood. I actually really like the shield. It looks like something out of Silent Hill.
Silent Hill. Why would you say Silent Hill for, man?
Because it looks like a wall from Silent Hill. Like it looks. Ugh.
Oh, because it's like all like the not peeling, but like dark fades and like stuff that are coming out. Yeah, it looked really well. Also in the photos. But let's talk about the base real quick here. Different color from the top, obviously. Is it the same paint as lacquer, or did you use something else?
No, the base is all lacquer, and the Char Zaku is actually a paint from Citadel called Blood for the Blood Gods.
Oh,
It's all shiny here and there. I primed him. He looked really cool, and then I just hit spots with a black to give it some depth, and then just covered it in blood.
wow, that's a lot of blood going on this.
It works since he's the red comet and whatnot. You know, if he was like the blue comet, I couldn't do this. I couldn't cover him in blood. It would look weird. But
the blood does work for the red comet, and the metaphor is definitely there. Up next here, we have something a little bit more grounded. By grounded, I mean it looks like some wall crawling, special ops kind of character here. What are we looking at?
I can't see. It's
the Tiger Sniper.
Oh, the Tiger Sniper. Yeah, this was my first foray into masking a camouflage pattern, and it did not come out bad. No, not too bad. This was when I was still using stickers and whatnot. I tried out some water slides on it, so there's a mix of water slides and dry transfers and regular stickers all over it. But I scratch built that sniper rifle from different parts and styrene and whatnot. Customized the whole GM Space Command. It came out really good, and I actually made that base out of old CD cases in foam.
What, you just stack them, or like?
I stacked them, glued them together, to make it like a cliffside. Like I actually have him inside of the little hole right now, just bent out and sniping. It works on many levels.
I really like the pattern on this one. Did you hand paint the pattern, or did you like mask it?
Yeah, I masked and airbrushed, masked and airbrush.
Rinse and repeat, eh? Wow. So there's obviously some custom parts here that I could recognize. What are the kits you pulled parts from?
Oh man, there's some reversible Gundam on the front
that's
of
the
his
skirt.
skirts.
Yeah.
There's one of the weapons from IBO on his back, and it just so happened to fit a 1/100. I was like, this is a perfect combat knife.
Nice.
I took some styrene, I think, and built some on his shoulders. There's other just like random extra pieces. The gun is made from the Love Phantom. It came with the extra Freedom guns, so I just put it all together, gave it a barrel, wrapped the barrel.
Yeah, it looked pretty good, man. Like that's all. Was this for a competition or was this a fun build?
Yeah, it was just a fun build. I'm trying to get my skills better.
Now with masking,
I want to do another one in white.
I was gonna say, like with masking, it looks really like intricate in pattern. Like, how did you do that? Like, did you use tape and then you kind of like masked it out, or?
I laid down some masking tape and I just cut the pattern along it and just started wrapping it around all the pieces.
And which color did you start with? The darker one or the lighter one?
I started with the lighter one. Oh no, I started with the darker one and then I masked and then did the lighter one.
It looked really cool. Next here, we got a couple of more ground Gundams. This is a shout out to Nicholas Tiada Sanchez because I think he'll appreciate this one. We got the RX-79 ground again with the 08's team theme. What are we looking at here? What's this RX-79 at?
This is another shout out to New Gunpla Horizons. This was the first leg of the build league, and it was just for basics like seam removal, mold lines, stuff like that. So I did all that and then painted them up, just get them done.
Looking
I
great.
love deadlines will definitely push you. They'll push you to get stuff done.
So this is just like an out-of-box build. There's no customs on this one, but the focus was a couple of things that I see here. So we have some dusting, a little bit of weathering, chipping as well of armor, and recreating some of the classic poses from the 08 team. What would you say is something that people should know about when they're doing just out-of-box, paint overs if they want to achieve something like this?
If you can try to do some color separation, the shoulders, I scribed out some lines and just threw the gray underneath it, because it's more pleasing to the eye. It gives it some visual interest. If you can do some color separation, it really looks nice on something that's out of the box like this.
Oh, definitely looks good. Also a little bit of shadow play and color I guess gradients, because like we have some like the mud semi sticking to the white parts of the lower leg, the foot, and all that stuff.
This thing is 20 stories tall. It's not going to get very much dirty up top unless it's real close to a mountain, I guess, or a hill.
Exactly. No, it's looking good. Would you say that this is from the 08 MS team though? Would you have preferred to have piloted a RX-79 or the EZ-8 or a GM?
I really like the ground Gundam. The RX-79 it's reliable, it's good. Like the EZ-8 comes out and it does this little thing for like 20 minutes.
Here's my arm.
But the ground Gundam throughout that whole series was like just pushing and going to work. Really, really loved it.
Awesome. And you did too. Like you did an amazing piece here. Would you have done, if you were to do anything else different from this kit, like what would you have changed?
Probably applied more of that dusting further up on its body. That was one of the detractors I got from feedback from judges. They wish that it came up more and it was more prevalent in the rest of the suit. I was like, really?
Really?
So maybe like a good dirt wash all over him, make him even more grimier would have probably looked really nice.
Yeah. No, overall looks great.
This is HG. So I could
wait. This is not a master grade? I thought it was a master grade.
No, this is HD, sir. Yeah, this is HD.
Oh, then I have more props for you on this then, because I was like, okay, man, I've built the MGs before. I've never built the high grade, because I just haven't had a chance to. It is in the backlog though, so that might be in the backlog builder episode. But looking really great. I love that it could do this pose. I did, because like when I saw that kneel position, like that's not a high grade, that's a master grade. But like now that you pointed it out, like cool stuff.
And that's out of the box. I didn't alter the crotch area at all for it to do that.
Yeah, no, it turned out really well.
Thank you.
And a couple of more action poses. Did you do like I guess some decals on this as well, but very minor, right? Like I'm looking at some of the shoulder ones.
Yeah. Because I was thinking anime, in the anime they're not super decaled. We like to see super decaled stuff because it's visually nice. Yeah. But the actual working machine that's out there putting in that work, it's not gonna have a lot of decals.
From ground to space, the next one here. This is a RX-79 heavy modified. I don't even know what I'm looking at here. There's just like a whole bunch of like everything here. What is this Gundam?
I'm gonna wait to catch up because I can't see it. I don't know.
It's the next one over, man. This guy here.
My brain's gone, bro.
It's green and white. It has EFSF written all over it. This is the... what did you name it? The full armor.
Oh, the full armor. So there was a resin competition. This is a full resin kit. My first attempt at resin. And it was phenomenal. Like I love resin now. The detail, and it's really not that much work if you are used to sanding and whatnot. Really, really fun. I really love this one. I think maybe I should have did it in the colors that they wanted you to do it in.
Oh, what do you mean they want you to do it in? What does that mean? What is? Oh, no, I'm gonna do it to whatever color. No, hold up. You did it to what you wanted to do, but like, what does that mean? Like, do it to their colors? What, like the primary colors? Like.
In the picture it came on the garage kit box, it was in orange. I don't want to do this thing in orange. It's okay.
Then you should have done it in that colors. Look at this guy not doing orange. You have an option to do orange, you do orange on it.
You're right. I should have. I'm thinking now, like on the black background, orange probably would have looked really nice. I could get more backdrops, taking better pictures of this thing.
Oh, it looks good. Let's just say hi to a couple of people that have jumped in, because like I want to make sure that we're interacting with our fans. Thank you guys for joining tonight. We have Julio Aponte here. We're just going through some of his works. Clipping Nubs. Over at YouTube, we have Edmund saying yo. We have Maverick176. Clipping Nubs is hella on fire. He's saying you're on fire. Edmund, love the shield and backpack with the RX-79. That's awesome. Any tips for weathering newbies like him on the RX-7?
The RX, it was less is more. Like if you have a whole panel and you do the whole thing, people are just gonna think it's a dirty panel. If you hit like spots of it here and there, it just you thinking about the story of where this thing has been and what it's gone through, and trying to convey that through paint. Don't just cover it. That's my advice. Don't just cover it in griminess. Try to really get in depth and paint and think about the damage and where it's coming from and how it would affect the different layers of metal and paint that was there. It build layers, build layers.
And that's it. You get that nice depth. You get that nice tone and separation as well from foreground, background type of thing. Looking good. Thank you for that.
Layers.
Over at Twitch, we have Papa No Gunpla. Props to you, Papa No Gunpla, joining us. I'm gonna try realistic style sometimes. This looks insane. Yeah, he's just looking at some of your kits here. It's either the RX-79 or the full armor here. Mech Dio is joining us over at YouTube. Chris Pabs, Gunpla is orange. Everything should be orange. That's just me, but we're talking about the resin. Let's get back to this, Julio. So resin, is this your first time working on resin, or have you worked in resin before?
No, this was my first foray into resin. It was huge and so many parts. It was a little ridiculous. I got it to stand, it's not so bad. A little help. The thing is back heavy.
Yeah.
That backpack is back heavy. But in my mind, I was like, this thing's just been deployed. It's been like maybe a day. It got beat up. It's going to town on things.
So he pretty much worked at McDonald's for a day. Got it. So,
yeah, ringer. Straight through the ringer, 24 hours.
Oh, man. So a lot of folks probably have not worked with resin. I myself am not versed at resin. From a first time working on resin perspective, what were some of the challenges that you faced? That's one. And the second question is what are the things that you misperceived when working at resin?
I thought it was going to be a lot harder than it was, and it's not. If you start customizing Gunpla and you get the idea of making stuff fit and getting seams to go away, or just getting it all to be cohesive, then you can step into Gunpla. Resin. Resin, yeah. Because it's just more of that. It's intensive, and it's a lot of parts that need to come together and be cleaned properly and surface prepped. But it's all sanding and just making sure stuff is smooth.
And that's important really for paint and primer to stick on. Did you prime it first and then paint on top? What's the procedure?
I primed this kit I think twice overall, because I thought I'd sanded everything smooth and had no dips or anything in the surface. But whenever you prime something, that thing will tell you you're lying to the world. So I had to sand down, I think it was a bunch of the lower half of the body, and then reprimed again, and then everything was copacetic, so I started painting it. I should have done some whips for this.
Yeah, that would be great. If you have any, post it on your Instagram, guys. Don't forget to give them a follow. Clipping Nubs at Instagram here. Question for you, with the build of the kit first. Was this the the box instruction pose? Is it a fixed type of resin, or is it articulating resin?
No, there's a fixed pose resin. Everything was real static. To get it to stand was hard. Without the backpack, you're good, but that backpack is heavy.
What did you use to support it at the back, by the way? Do we have
it's just a clear rod.
There it is. Okay, we got the clear rod there.
Yeah, it's just clear rod. This, because anything else would probably be an eyesore of it just standing there. If there was more diorama to it, this was another one that was on a timeline, and I did it in a month or two.
Jeez, you guys there are going based on Speedy Gonzalez mode here.
whenever I hit a deadline, I'm like, I gotta get this done. I gotta get moving.
Oh man, that's awesome. And we also just hit 20 people watching on Twitch, the most I've had on Twitch. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in with us. And UVO from our Twitch stream is saying, of course, Ariel Orange. That was from my comment earlier on. Thank you guys for tuning in. Over at YouTube, why does Julio always have his Brooklyn swagger on? Look,
it's on 100. Always, it's on 100. Just turn up, man. I sleep like this. I don't know.
Oh my God, Brooklyn NYC is in the house. A couple of more questions before we get to the next one here, because I'm interested in the resin. I think people that work with resin, because I haven't had that much experience with resin. These are my questions because like I want to know what your perspective is on this. Pin vicing or pinning some of the parts. I've seen a lot of people work on that, and also using either resin cement or super glue. When you're putting these things together, what were the type of stuff that you used to secure the pieces together?
So when I was putting this together, or sanding, because it's mostly sanding for hours, I was thinking about ways to paint it. And you got to section off parts like, you know, forearm, bicep, shoulders. And at first, you know, you get the smaller parts onto the bigger parts, and then section off the bigger parts into even bigger parts with pinning. You know, you drill a hole, you glue in some brass rod or whatever you have on hand. Some people use paper clips, and then you get them. You drill a
paper clips?
secondary hole.
Legit?
Yeah, people use paper clips. Yeah,
I didn't even think about that because you already have like, I was thinking pins. You know, like those secure pin, not like safety pins, but like the things you use to like sew stuff in.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm guessing you could probably use that as long as it's a stable like metal
rod,
connection,
yeah.
or, you know, rod. Yeah, should be good. But yeah, I just use some brass rod in there, and then you got to drill it in a hole, make sure everything aligns, and then painting all while you're, you know, pinning stuff. You think about, I can do these parts sectionally so that I can paint them easier.
Right on, right on. And for the glues, like, did you?
I use crazy glue.
Crazy glue, just crazy glue.
Yeah, cement doesn't work on resin. It doesn't melt it. So yeah, crazy glue.
Nice.
If you want like a real stable connection, you mix in some powder. Type of powder you have, and it gets it real like hard.
That's the trick, guys. Get some powder in there. Oh
Yeah,
my God,
some
let's go to the
baby powder
next.
in there.
Let's go. Oh, there's another shot here before we go. Love the shield, by the way. Lots of weathering on this. Before we get to the next slide, we do have a question from Twitch. This is from Squibby. Squibby, he's asking, I'm working on a chicken walker model. Do you have any weathering advice?
TSD.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're doing, because it's all layers, honestly. If you're gonna prime it, I would say cover it in a nice dark gray. If you get some chipping fluid. I don't know if you're doing acrylics either, but acrylics work phenomenally. You get some chipping fluid, you throw it down in sections where you think wear and tear will go down. Wait till that dries, cover it in your next color, and then pull away at that chipping fluid. You know, you get a little water, and it'll reactivate the chipping fluid, and it'll act like chips coming off. You can also use a really small hand brush and just chip away at corners. Think of it in layers too, because paint comes apart in, you know, sections. Like it'll be a little bit lighter, a little bit darker, and then you'll get the damage, and then like the bare metal. So there's different levels of weathering that'll go into, you know, just one section.
Yeah, it's like corrosion too, right? Like if it affects it, there's gonna be corrosion, there's gonna be dirt, and there's also gonna be, there's a difference between weathering and then there's like the paint chips. Because like when it's walking, it gets dented by stone or whatever, like tanks, missiles, and whatever. That's a different type of
blaster fire.
Exactly. So there's a lot of stuff there. Our advice for that one, definitely continue looking at references. References are key. There's a ton of YouTube videos out there for tutorials. Actually, look at miniatures painters for tanks and you know, like warplanes, because they have a lot of tutorials. And it applies the same thing. The only thing I would say would be to keep in mind the scale. Scaling is very, very important. Michael Rinaldi, previous feature builder episode, as well as Brian, Bro Builder, he also mentioned that scale is important. So make sure that when you are weathering and all that stuff, that, you know, scale is a factor because it's a scaled model. So awesome. Julio, thank you for that. A little advice, hopefully. Squibby, don't forget to share your work. I'm going to follow you back. Follow him, guys, on Instagram. Can't wait to see more stuff from him. Next here, we're getting a little bit more closer to like newer kits. We have a high grade here. This is from the Re-Rise series. This is the, I can never pronounce the damn name. It starts with a T. It is the, I got it. The one with the hand? Terminus? No, it's not Terminus.
No.
Oh my god.
It starts with an S, I think.
It starts with a T, doesn't it? Oh my
I think
god.
it starts with an S. I forgot the name of it.
I didn't like it. I wasn't a big fan of the kit just because like it wasn't something I would go out of my way to build.
Seltsam.
See, there's a T in there. There's a T in there. Who knows?
Yeah, I was really hyped on this kit. Like when I saw it, I was like, "Oh man, that asymmetry, everything looks dope." And then I built it.
Seltsam, yeah, Chris Pam's got it. Yeah, thanks, Pam. Sorry, my brain just like whoop, for a second. There was a T in there. I knew there was a T in there, but whatever. The Seltsam. This one is from the first season of Re-Rise, a newer Gundam series. I do agree it's unique. It just didn't obviously call out with you, but it called on to you. That's the important part. It called out to you. A couple of questions off the bat. It's like, why did you pick up this kit and what was the color scheme? Because it looks so dope, man. What's going on here?
So I saw the kit and I was like, oh, this looks dope. I gotta pick one up. It looks like it'll be really fun to pick up. I put it together and I was like, maybe I can use it for something else. So Jonlin had Creeping Freely. She had a little competition called Abstract Pla, and it was just like paint your Gunpla and craziness. Don't just let your mind go crazy. And I had a couple paints I wanted to try out, some color shifts, some greens and blues.
Yeah, dude.
Together. It came up not too bad.
So here's a zoomed in version of that one. There's obviously lots of like really kind of like trippy colors going in here. Is there some kind of light source that you were targeting when you were working on this kit? Like, how did you think of like the color combination of it?
I was just thinking like outer green, inner blue. Outer green, inner blue. I got real zen with it.
Oh man, Picasso would be proud of you, man, because this is like some Starry Night stuff happening here. There's like a lot of visual play. That's how I'm reading this visual play. You did it well. So if I was to buy this kit again, I would want it stock in these colors instead of its normal form.
The green and blue. Yeah.
I don't even know. I can't even remember the colors now. All I know now is this color here. So, aside from the awesome paint job on this guy here, also credits to you on the orange on the crown piece there, looking pretty tight. Loving that. For those of you guys who don't know, I love orange. I don't know, maybe the orange here, the orange in the logo.
Speaks to you.
Unique, it's loud. You don't have a volume for this. You don't have volume control for this kind of orange. Did you do any other modifications to this aside from the paint, or is it like all out of the box kind of?
All out of the box. I hit the seams. I sealed up the seams and all out of the box. Yeah.
Brian just corrected me. Starry Night was Van Gogh. Yeah, I know. I wanted to see who the artists were. That was so big. Brian's on top of his game, man. Seriously.
Yeah.
Bro Builder, you cannot escape him, man. This guy is on point. Thank you for that, Brian.
Times.
At all times. I didn't see anybody correct me too. I was like, let's see how.
Even when he's wrong, he's right.
Yeah, I mean, when he's right, he's super right, man. When you're wrong, he's also right. Like, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
Bro Builder, guys, was also a feature builder episode, part of season 1 towards the latter half. Don't forget to check it out on the playlist as well. So how did you do at the abstract competition? How many other entries were there for it?
It was just me and Jonlin. I don't think.
Oh, okay. It's like a personal competition. Okay.
She opened it up to the rest of the community, and me and her, I think, the only ones who did it. I don't know if there might have been a couple more entries, but it was fun. It was an afternoon to paint.
Mm-hmm. From Kshatriya Ghost, you fill the gaps in the hand? Question mark?
Oh no. Every finger in that big hand is hollow. Leave that alone. I'm alright. I'm cool.
Awesome.
I can maybe get another one and go hard on it.
We're gonna go next to a competition level, but you know what? I do want to take a break real quick. We've reached another 45 minutes here, guys. Thank you so much. Let's pop back before we get to that. Guys, thank you for tuning in. If you're just tuning in just now, you're joining us tonight at an AO Mecha Live feature builder episode, and we are joined by Julio Aponte, aka CLIPPINUBS. man, so many stories have been going on so far. Loving all the builds and its background, your POV and things. Especially for those guys that are watching that are just just getting started and new to the hobby. Hopefully you guys are getting some pointers from Julio. And yeah, more to come after these messages. Whoa, wrong button. I reshuffled the buttons again, and man, I don't know what I'm pressing anymore. Where was that one? There we go. I knew it was this button right here. Anyways, we'll be right back. A couple of minutes on this one, and we'll be right back with Julio and more of his story. All right, check this out. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Ariel from AO Mecha. I just want to let you guys know about all my other social media outlets if you haven't had a chance to check them out at facebook.com/AOMecha, on YouTube, youtube.com/AOMecha, on Instagram, instagram.com/AO_Mecha, on Twitter, at AO_Mecha, and on Discord, fairly new. That one is AO_Mecha, #3414. Anyways, hope to hear from you guys. Through any of those platforms, feel free to DM me or PM me, as well as emailing me. My email is aomecha.info@gmail.com. Just want to let you guys know that this episode is brought to you by USA Gundam Store. Please check them out, www.usagundamstore.com, and save on your purchases when you use my discount code AOMecha10. All right, let's get back to the show and see what's going on there. And welcome back, guys, to AO Mecha Live. If you're just joining us tonight, our featured guest star here. Guest star? Man, this guy's just some kid out of Brooklyn, man. Freaking Julio Aponte is joining us tonight, CLIPPINUBS. You could go on unmute right now if you can. That would be great. Yeah, because they want to hear your pretty voice, man. I know, right? No, it's good. It's all good. You're good, man. Hey.
I said, witness me. Witness me.
He's doing his hand gestures, and I'm like, oh, no. All right. That's so far, we have covered a lot of stuff here, lots of UC stuff, and we finally crossed over some Wing and onto the Re-Rise. So you've kind of been all over the place too with building kits. Speaking of all over the place, this next slide that we're gonna get to, let's just put it that real quick, caught my eye when we were talking earlier on about like what we're gonna use for the promotion, and I'm glad we did use the Leo, but this one came in second. This is the
Icelis X.
Yeah, exactly. It has the, I was gonna say the turn X, more like turn sexy. Holy crap. It is beautiful, man. But when I said we've gone far, this is actually someplace you traveled to enter, right?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. I would love to like hear the story about this and the competition and all that stuff. And there's more photos to come, guys. So take it away, Julio. What are we looking at here?
Real quick, shout out to Chris Pabs. He took this photo. I appreciate you. You're the best.
Chris Pabs helping out a brother out. See, that's what I like about your community, our community. Sorry, not your community. Frick, I'm part of your community on the north side of the wall. But our community is friends helping friends. Chris Pabs, awesome guy. If you guys have not been following, I'll be surprised if people in the chat right now have not followed Chris Pabs, because he's one really cool dude, amazing builder. Guys, give him a follow on his socials. But anyways, thank you for that. So the rest of the couple of photos here are from that show, which is
So this is SCGMC in Southern California, Pomona. I flew out there last year because I wanted to hang out with everybody. Like we were so far away, and we always talk on the internet. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to SCGMC this year. I'm bringing my stuff. This build was in collaboration with my homeboy Kyle, Clueless Gunpla builder. I had the idea of mashing two. It's the same universe, but I think turn A is like extra dimensional. If you think about it, I was like, let's smash two different like universes together, and but they're both UC really. So I was like, let me get the protagonist and you get the antagonist, and he did a turn A GPO1 custom that came out phenomenal.
Nice.
And, so I was like, this turn X. I picked up one. I had it in the backlog for a while, snapped it up, fell in love. Yo, turn X is an amazing. I think it's my favorite build. Yeah. Like just out of the box, I honestly think it's my favorite build. It's got presence. It's nice, big, and
it's unique too, right? Like I think the turn A design on its own was pretty cool.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
It's very rare to see a turn X done right, but like you did it really, really awesome on this one. But before we get to all the build there, like, what would you say about the competition first? Was there a lot of unique builds? Was there a lot of people? Like, what were we looking at there, man?
my favorite competition so far, hands down.
Yeah?
My favorite, yeah, like convention, everything. It's amazing. There were hundreds of models there. They fortunately enough gave me the opportunity to judge the beginners, and I think it was another category, I forgot, but it was phenomenal. It was a phenomenal experience. Those Gundam guys, they are great people. If you guys can check them out, do it up, hit them up.
That's it.
Oh,
man. I can't wait for like when all of this is over, because like, dude, if you guys are flying, if you guys got room for one more, I will join you guys.
Come over, man. Yeah, just trip straight. What, you're in Vancouver?
No, I'm in Toronto, man. Yeah, I'm like an hour plane away from you, and maybe 10-hour drive, man. If I really want to come see what you smell like when you're sleeping. So
just farts.
Oh, dude. This build looks really, really good. I know you mentioned you mixed a couple of stuff. Your base was the Turn X. What other, like, how did you modify it? Like, what was from start to finish? What did you do?
So I snapped up the Turn X, and then I had to get the GPO2 since he's the antagonist of Stardust. You know, what's the? It's not Stardust Memories. Is it? It is, right? Yeah. My memory's gone.
0083.
Stardust Memories. Stardust Memory. Yeah. So the GPO2 was like two big suits. Let me just smash them together. So immediately I was like, those shoulders are all backpack because it's nothing but thrusters. Yeah. And then I kept, looking at things, and I was like, it has like the Turn X has a kind of a 5-star story feel to it. Yeah. So let me give it like that, big shoulders.
Broader shoulders, yeah.
Yeah, fanciness to it. And then the feet are just ginormous, man. The feet are huge on this thing. I took the feet from the Turn X, which has like, those weird triangles, and I took the GPO2 monsters and I cut them in half and I put them on each side of the little triangle things of the Turn X. It was wild. This thing is massive. Like, it is huge.
I feel bad skipping out on the Turn X. I've held it multiple times at the store. Every time I want to come back to it, it's like gone, and I'm like, so the next time it came in through, here's the kicker. The Turn A was there, which I told a long time ago, and then there's a Turn X, and I could only pick one, right? I'm going like, all right, it's gonna be here in like a week when I get my pay. But bam, working on the Turn X, I have not worked on it. Was there anything that was a challenge for you when you were working on these kits?
No, it went together. So I mean, certain things like thinking about it design-wise were a little bit challenging. Like trying to get that hand, which is its main blaster, into the big bazooka of the GPO2. Getting all that symmetry in that arm was a kind of a pain in the ass, but otherwise it worked for me. A couple of my friends were like, you got to extend that waist, man. Like, so I added like a half an inch, give or take, in the waist section just to give him more presence. Right. It was a little stumpy before, but
it looks good. And the shield, obviously from the GPO2. Love the color scheme on this one. What kind of paints did you use for this?
This was all acrylic too.
Nice. Hand paint, or did you mix them up with the airbrush air paint?
Yeah, this was airbrush. Some details were hand painted. Mostly airbrush. Super fun, man. Yeah, this is one of my favorite builds.
Here's a little bit more. Sorry, I was gonna say we're looking at some photos up close of it on the chest area. Very dynamic, very dramatic shots here. Lots of details. I love the Zeonic colors on it because I think that the Turn X is already unique as it's definitely not a Gundam. So it will fit in the whole psionic field. That looks so cool, man.
Yeah, I was like, let me make his head like a samurai, like he's wearing the GPO2 as a helmet. And I wanted two pilots. Like the pilot is still inside of the head. He's all painted up inside of the head. And the chest is the other pilot. Yeah. Like I had two pilots in that. I might as well, right?
No, it looks really good, man. So obviously there's also weathering in this one, light weathering, light chipping, and all that stuff. Looking really good. So going back to the detail up, did you use, like, I'm assuming claw plates for the custom of the shield parts, right?
Yeah, that was the Turn X's backpack, the weapons platform that it comes with. I took the GPO2's shield and cut it up and then put them on the tops of the the weapons the Turn X weapons platform,
Right.
and have the weapons still in the back of it, so he can pull them out and still use them.
That is awesome. It's a good way to store them too, to travel. Obviously, you need to carry your weapons at some point, and all that
Yeah.
stuff. You know what I'm just thinking about as well with the color scheme, because like I recently built in the backlog builder episode, the first one for this season, the Hama Hama. And this just screams it. Just because of the color scheme. I'm not saying that like it isn't, but like I dig the color scheme, and it's the red on the feet, the red accents, the green overall. Very Zeonic on this one. Did you know where you placed on this on the event?
For this was the 1/100 category. I don't think I placed in here because, of course, I went up against professional modelers. Chris Pabs took second. I forgot who took first, but I was just like, I'm not gonna place here. I did actually in the 144 alternate AU. I did place second and got myself a fancy coin.
Oh, look at that! Look at that Pog.
Yeah.
You can play Pog with that. You guys remember Pog?
Slammer. My slammer.
That is an age test for you kids that don't know what Pog is. Oh man, you guys missed out. That's an age test for us. I collected mad Pogs back in the day, man. Holy cow, let me tell you.
So I actually did enter this into GBWC last year, Anime NYC, and I took the Anime NYC award.
Oh, congratulations! That's awesome, man.
Thank you. Super cool. So like 4th place, I would say.
Yeah, hey man, any place is a good place, man.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that everything should be about placement, but like this is definitely worthy of some kind of placement. I hope you did place it. That's cool.
Yeah, I love this build. I was just happy people saw it and they were just like, "Oh my god, this is great! Thank you." I tried my hardest on this thing, you know.
Oh, we got people asking what Pog is. Oh no! Oh no!
It was
I'm too old for Pog from Brian.
It was slivers of cardboard you sold your soul for.
Oh man, and then you get the shiny, then you get the metallic smasher. Oh my god.
You would stack them and then you would hit them with a big coin to see if you make them explode. Super fun, man. It was just collecting, you know. That started our collecting back.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure that's like definitely one of those habit triggers. You know, when they start with like some kind of trigger. Pog is definitely for me. Because I love art and I love collecting. So hence backlog builder. That's the whole only reason why backlog builder exists.
True.
Speaking of stories, the next up here we have the Barbatos Rex, looking really badass here. What are we looking at, Julio?
This is another leg of the new Gunpla Horizon, because this year went by and I was just trying to enter as many legs of this competition as I could. This was the addition by subtracting leg of the competition. So you can't add anything to the kit. You just have to subtract materials and make it more visually interesting by taking away things.
Oh, interesting.
Like scribing, cutting, but nothing adding. Like you can't add paw plate or other pieces of another kit. You just have to use this main
scribing
kit.
counts as taking away?
Yeah, scribing counts as removing material. Yeah,
I like that. I like this idea. Yeah.
Yeah, no, every leg of the competition teaches you or tries to teach you a new skill so you can expand upon it, which I really love about the new Gunpla Horizons. It's all about learning and getting, where you want to be in your model making. Seriously, like, because it's only for you. Like, you can build competitively, but really, this is sitting on my shelf. I love that it's sitting on my shelf.
I'm a big fan of the IBO, so definitely for me, I'm just looking at it's already detailed this, but you added subtracted. Adding by subtracting on this kit. Can you point out some key areas where you focused on taking stuff out?
So I touched every bit of armor on this Barbatos. I scooped out the claws at the bottom because they were flat as hell.
Right.
I scribed on the feet. I scribed on the legs. I cut out that big part on the front of the forearm and added some vents in there. You can add if you're subtracting from that area, which was a bit of a stipulation. They had to change it midway through.
Okay.
I cut the back of the ankle and added those extra parts that come from the arm pieces. It makes it a little bit more interesting to look at the back of the leg because otherwise it's just a joint. I cut out a hole on the side so you can see the arms, the like extra arms.
The extra
that
arms,
this thing comes with.
the fourth arm kind of thing. Because like you obviously need to scratch your back or something. Like, hang on, I can't reach. Oh, hey, well, I got another arm.
Imagine you had an arm coming out of your arm. Incredible.
I would
for so many things.
A lot of people would not be leaving their houses if they have another arm. But like that's for a different story.
It's so much
altogether.
done.
Yeah, you could paint more things. You could you could dual wield airbrushes and hold pegs of like paint. Oh man.
Yeah, you could work at the post office, sort of. It would be incredible.
Before we continue on this, a couple of people are jumping in and saying hi on the chat. I just want to say hi to everybody there as well. Thank you for joining us. Bill just got in here and he's asking if you're talking smack about him. The correct answer is yeah. Whoa. I mean, yeah, never.
Never. No, never.
Yo, man, this guy was talking so much smack about you, man. By the time we say everything out, it'll be Christmas. Oh,
I started off the whole show with F Bill.
Who is Bill? Who's Bill to you, man?
Bill Ruslam, that's Peoples right there. We met through chat and we just kept talking. He actually, we're working on a project together, which is going to be really amazing.
Awesome.
I can't wait to get cracking on that one.
Well, Bill, thank you for joining us. You're just perfectly timed, man. You're not late. You're not early. You're just in time. A couple of more people are talking here. Let's see, Bro Builder. I did have some Spawn Pogs on the 90s. There's some Alf Pogs. That's from Candace. Oh my God, Alf Pogs. I grew up watching Alf, so I knew exactly what that is. Typhurious, I actually found some of my Pogs the other day. What? Oh, I
have no idea where mine are.
There's some like collectors out there that would pay a hefty penny for those. Char's Apprentice. Okay, anyone have Crazy Bones? Yeah, no, that's for kids, man. Pogs is where the real games are. No, I like this Char guy, man. Like he's from your crew, Char's Apprentice.
Yeah, Char's Apprentice. He's been on my show with me, Wet Palette Wednesday, a couple times.
Nice.
Really cool people. Plays a mean guitar. Like,
he shreds.
Yeah.
Hey, we were just talking about having some musical guests on the show. Char, can we talk about that after the show? Maybe I'll message you. Yo, Julio, put in a good word for me. Tell him I'll pay him with like an extra forearm or something. No, I meant from my kid, not from me. I got like a Barbatos I could donate and like scratch his back. It's a whole metaphor. I had it playing in my head. All right, it was
well
come
done.
out the
right way.
And that's the end of the show, guys. Let's see here. Kyle H. Clueless as well. I hear there's a fighting tournament you could fight with 4 arms. Ooh. That's moving on with 4 arms here. Let's get back to the Barbatos. Obviously a really well-versed kit. I love the IBO series. This is a high grade or is it a full mechanics?
It's a HG. Yeah. I threw this together in like 2 weeks, give or take, because I was working on another project and then I forgot about this leg of the competition. So I was like, yo, I gotta get this done. So the paint's a little rough here and there, and a seam popped open on me. It was a whole travesty. I broke a shoulder joint. I had to replace the whole shoulder joint from another kit. Like,
here's a question for you as a builder, especially when you're working on a super fast, tight kind of like deadline. For me, anyways, this is how I work. I don't know if you work this way. Do you have multiple of the same kits just in case you F up on something?
I did not. I bought this one on a whim at Target. I was like, oh, they're carrying Gunpla. I picked it up for $13. I was like, nice. Oh yeah, let's go.
Oh, that's a steal. Like the IBOs are super cheap and they're so well done.
Yeah. I've been snapping up the Resin Lays, and I think that's the best one. Honestly, like it's phenomenal. I've snapped up a lot of them. But
the Resin Lays shot my whole online thing this year. Like it got featured in a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, it's just the color. Orange is for the win, guys. But thank you guys so much for that. But the Resin Lays, if I could recommend an IBO kit, and you as well, knowing this, amazing kit. IBO, Resin Lays, Julia, best girl ever, best bae ever of the IBO series. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong on that one.
But
yeah. So how well did you do in this challenge? Like
this one actually won me the whole build league. I came in first because I came in 4th on the first one, and then I came in first. I had to skip one, and I came in first, and I had to skip one, and my points accumulated enough for me to take the league this year.
Nice. Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
We're going to be taking a break from Gunpla for a bit. We're going to look at some stuff. But first, let's talk community. Community, and we talked about this earlier on because like as much as I'd like to see all your crazy fantastic builds, I want to like also talk about the people that is within our community, your friends, our social circle, people you take inspiration of. And this shot right here, we got your crew. Can you give us a little bit of a rundown on who your crew's at here?
So this is the best thing I've built through Gunpla is friendship. Honestly, these people are amazing. If you can, go follow them, go talk to them, tell them about your day. Just bother them all the time. That's how you make friends, This is the Kodokai crew. This was from our last episode. Look at Bill, my dude Bill in there. You got Brian, Pabs, Kyle, John Lynn. We were, I don't think I was doing anything. I think I was snapping up the Regulars, but we were just hanging out, We were supposed to be, we started this originally to build the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse with the heavy gunner Zaku that dropped not too long ago. And we all took a personality from it, like a death and pestilence and war.
Lore, so that,
So we all started doing that like 30 episodes ago, and we're just doing other things now because of what happened and deadlines and whatnot. But
I'm just popping you back real quick here because like I just want to talk to a couple of person. So have you met these guys in person, by the way?
Yeah, I hang out with Brian. Me and Pabs met at SCGMC. Me and Kyle met at we talked before, but we met up at SCGMC. I haven't met Bell yet, and I haven't met John Lynn. But yeah, those are my people.
So speaking of people's mechanism, that's the other thing that you guys that's where I first saw you guys building as a crew, hanging out, and just really just shooting the shizzles. I really love about that. So tell me what started mechanism for you guys, and how did you guys kind of like roll into this crew?
So I was watching The Child of Mecha as soon as I started like customizing stuff. My homeboy McDo Manny was like, "Yo, you know this dude?" I was like, "Nah, who you talking about?" He was like, "Oh, Tim, The Child of Mecha." I started watching him, and then he spoke about mechanism, and I was always in the chat just like messing around, hanging out with people. And I met up with one dude in New York after Replicon, is a IPMS event in Long Island.
Right.
And he was like, "You want to be on mechanism?" I was like, "Are you serious? For real? Yeah, hell yeah, let's go."
Nice.
And since the first episode, I have not missed one. It's fun, I met a lot of other builders internationally and whatnot through mechanism. It's really cool, man.
And there's also like varying people. Sometimes not everybody could make into it, and you guys kind of like shuffle your own places. But it's kind of cool to like have you guys there as regulars, like almost a weekly kind of basis. How long have you guys been doing this now?
I jumped in around episode 20 something or another, and they were up to 40 something. So like 40 weeks off and on.
That's awesome.
It's been a while since the last year and a half, give or take.
No, Tim is awesome, man. He's such a hard guy to like find. No, seriously. Like I tried talking to Tim, and he's just kind of like, yeah, dude. And I'm like, all right, well, you know what? Let me build my own show, and then we'll talk.
You come on my show now.
Can you imagine if Tim Harkins goes on my show? Like, he's probably just gonna like curse me out. It's like, listen here, kid. Listen here. I've been building this for about 20 years now, right? And Tim is awesome.
Tim is awesome. Yeah.
Current US GBWC champion. I would love to have him on the show. Definitely a big inspiration for everybody in the North America scene. He's been doing this for many years, especially with the Mecha and Gunpla scene with the communities. And so you're flying under his wing as well with the Mechanism show, with everybody else on that. There's another photo here with another set of folks, and it looks like the top down Frankie there. We got like, man, you guys, the crew is so huge. I love it. I love that the community you guys built, and using technology to connect with one another. Definitely a good utilization of that. So what would you say is your highlight for Mechanism, man? Like what would you think of that?
Highlights, Brian Watch, which was phenomenal. I don't know, there were a lot of good episodes, man. They kind of go by in a blur because you're drinking. they kind of go by fast, but we hang out for hours and just talk, shoot the shit. And since things started going down in the world, this was a great way to just connect and hang out with everyone.
Awesome.
Really, really love Mechanism.
And speaking of with the world and all that stuff, we're gonna quickly go through a couple of photos here, and we're gonna get back to some of the slides. You talked about the convention out on the West Coast. This is the SCGMC competition. Some photos here. So what can you tell us about the next couple of photos here?
This was in SCGMC, and this was a photo of all the like winners and everyone who judged and worked on it, and just a couple shots on the floor. It was amazing. Honestly, it was amazing. My favorite competition so far. Like the other ones are held at like big conventions, like Comic-Con or Anime NYC, but this was like, it was huge but intimate, and we all hung out, we all shot the shit. My dude Gary back there.
Man. Lots of crew. I love that, it's all about like the community, friendship building, especially through the means of our hobby. This right here is like, I like what you said earlier on. The best thing you could have built with this hobby is friendship. These photos right here tells a million stories about that. And that is so awesome. Thank you for sharing that. We're gonna pop out real quick and then see what's going on over at YouTube Live. There's a couple of things here, lots of stuff. I'm just trying to scroll back to get
cancel Ronin 2021.
cancel Julio. Oh my god, that's what's happening when you're always late. Pabs is a constant in all screen. Jesus, yeah, because he wanted the most screen time. I think Pabs is just like a screen whore at this time. Wet Palette Wednesday is a good time. Contact Tim's agent. Oh, Tim's agent. Oh my god. Tim has an agent now?
Yeah,
who is it? Who's the poor sap that I gotta bribe?
It's me.
My god. Alright, Julio, summon me Tim. Bring Tim to the table. You tell him my people and his people need to talk.
You got it.
And then what else? You guys didn't wait for Meg and I. Oh, that's from Fred. Yeah, but no one cares about Freddy. That's what I keep hearing.
He wants to cancel me. Why do I care about
it? Over at Twitch, thank you guys again for tuning in at Twitch. We have some comments here. What contest was that? Oh, we talked about that. Julia doesn't pose that well. That's from Skyers. Cardus Grace Ritter is hype. True. I'm not saying anything wrong about Cardus Grace. It's cool. But like as I mentioned, I think the Regent Lace just has a nice visual presence. Articulation is garbage on it, by the way. If you're building that,
it's not too bad.
It has some like arm movement, I guess. I don't know. Like legs are definitely there, but like
the legs you can fold.
Yeah, you can flippity flop. We're gonna flip.
What else do legs do? What else do legs do? What I really don't enjoy about the side skirts is that it's a ball and like a loose socket. That socket needs to be covered up so that doesn't pop out. That's the only thing I didn't really like it.
Slap a plate in there, you call it a day, man. You guys are builders. Don't come to me with problems, come to me with solutions, alright? Like
I need solutions from you, sir.
I could tell the problems. I know it's wrong. They're useless, just like me if I can't solve it. Speaking of solving,
styrene will go right.
Going back to some kits that are not Gunpla now, we're looking at the Toy Story one, and it looks awesome, by the way.
Buzz, thank you, Buzz. I went so hard with Buzz and fell so far.
That's a Linkin Park song. I get that reference.
Yeah. This was for the Bandai Hobby Open, and I was I think I was the only one to do a Buzz Lightyear.
Dude, I don't think I know anyone that picked up any Toy Story like kits at all, and if they did, it was the Buzz Lightyear. But I've never seen one done up like this. So customization on this, you went hard. What are the parts we're looking at, man?
That gun is like 4 or 5 different weapons. The backpack is Tall Geese. I think the extra thrusters are from a Deej. I don't know. I extended his legs a bunch. Added a bunch of hoses from a Zaku.
Nice.
Like option parts from Bandai's everyday option parts. I gave him a smoke because he's been in more.
I love that. Also, like that little, because he's inside the dome, and you added that little detail on the side. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, that was such
great,
a fun build.
Man. Also, hang on, before we get to that, the little things. Okay, so I love and appreciate little details that builders put in their thing. And for this one, the winner for me is the aliens. Where did you even did the set come with aliens? I'm not sure.
No, it didn't.
Where did you get them?
I 3D printed the aliens and then I hand painted them.
What? Oh man, that is dope.
I had to, you know. And then there was I got some 3D models that were real not good.
Okay.
I had to, once I got those, I was like, all right, so they're invading Pizza Planet, and I just blew one of their heads off. And a bunch of cotton came out because they're toys.
Awesome. I love the last photo from that one, Attack on Pizza Planet. Buzz Lightyear about to lay a smackdown on all them aliens. That is tight. Like, so what's this? This is for a competition, you said?
Yeah, this was for the Bandai Hobby Open.
And how did you do, man?
They didn't show this at all.
What?
Yeah, they only showed Gundams.
It's technically a Gundam. You put a V. Okay, next time what you do, you put a V fin.
The V pin on it, yeah, or Commando Horn.
That's where you effed up, man.
No, but I thought, you know, it would be alright.
Yeah. No, hands down, one of the most creative things I've seen, like, that is Disney related and Gundam. Like, in a million years, I don't think I've ever seen a Disney Gundam crossover, but like, you nailed it, buddy. This is amazing.
All right. Thank you. I wanted to make him a war machine, you know, give him that real power suit.
Oh man, speaking of power suit, we got a power arm here. We got Hellboy. We got Hellboy on deck.
This is a 3D print that my homeboy Art Inc. by DB, Donnie Baxter, sent to me. And I just started hand painting one day. I was like, I need to get this done because you've been looking at me for so long. So, you know, I cleaned him up and I just started to get some paint on him. He's not completely done. I still got to do the concrete and I got to do some highlights on his skin and, you know, flesh tones, but he's coming out really good.
It turned out really well. I love the details, especially with miniatures. Do you often work with miniatures or?
Yeah. I mean, I've been painting miniatures for about a year, give or take. I painted one not too long ago, and then I had the idea to hang out with people while I did it. So What Palette Wednesdays was born, and we're up to like episode 20 something now, give or take.
Wow,
so
awesome.
20 weeks.
When do you guys air that? So Wednesdays at what time?
Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to come hang out with me and hand paint some stuff, let me know. I'll send you a link and you can jump on the show.
There you go, guys. So speaking of miniatures, we got a couple of miniatures here, and where are these guys from?
Those are Warhammer guys. Warhammer 40K. They hold such a huge market of the miniatures. They make so many of them. I got these down at Mecha and Monsters in North Carolina. You know, True Gunpla threw that together, and
nice.
Dude right there, Joel.
Joel is awesome.
Yeah, Joel is awesome. I picked these up from there, and then put them together, and eventually started painting them. Really fun. Hand painting is so different from hand painting miniatures is so different from Gunpla stuff. It can be used on Gunpla, but it's completely different than Gunpla stuff. Really fun, really calming. If you need a break from something intensive, you just sit down, you put some paint on some plastic, and it feels good. I really have no idea why. Serotonin, you know?
No, that's it. And the thing is, you could paint pretty much anything once you have the groove onto that, like be it small or like huge, but like the only thing really that's a consistent factor in all of them is scale, and making sure that when you are painting, you're painting to scale of whatever, you know, subject you are working on. But like, yeah, it looks really phenomenal. These blues, these metallics and all that stuff. What do you tend to use when you're using when you're painting miniatures?
Those are all Citadel paints. I think Games Workshop makes them too. I'm not sure. They work together, but they have a bunch of the colors from the universe and a bunch of Citadel paint on this. Some I used some on that second one on the right. I used some Vallejo Mecha Electric Blue. I just wanted to try out a different blue on it because the normal Space Marine is like a darker blue. So I was like, whatever, you know, let's do some. These are mine. Make them light. The next one, I'm probably doing an orange one. I saw. Oh my god.
Yes.
I saw this dude. He took a Todd McFarlane big Space Marine that just came out recently, and he painted it yellow, and it looks incredible.
Especially if you're doing the chipping right, or like the rusting effect. I love it when it's like yellow. You have a little bit of red, but like that brown gray stuff that like on the corners. Yeah. Looking so sweet, man.
really love weathering. Like it just adds a whole nother layer of stuff. It's really phenomenal.
Awesome.
I want to get better at clean paints, but weathering is fun.
Weathering is so much is so awesome. Just because like if it's done right, it gives it that nice realistic like feel to it. I just want to say hi to everybody over at Twitch that's still around. How are you guys doing? If you have any more questions, throw it in. We are approaching the last couple of legs of photos here, guys. Over at YouTube, we have a lot of people commenting, oh man, the most overlooked build of 2020. I completely agree. That's from Chris Pavs. Clueless is saying Bandai Open, where that looked past Bandai kits. Yeah, they just like totally looked past it. Who knows? They never show the rest of the entries as well. Anyways, okay. And Ben is joining us. Yo, I'm back. Welcome back, Ben.
What up?
He's also watching us over at Twitch. And DQ'd for nicotine. No, DQ'd for kicking so much ass. Yep.
It's cigar, man. You seen war vets with cigars standing in the fields of Vietnam, you know? That's what I was thinking.
That's how it should have been anyways. Weathering is really fun. I like telling a story. That's from NTS. Nicholas Tejada Sanchez. He doesn't like me calling him NTS, but he doesn't know yet. You know how Neil Patrick Harris has a NPH? Yeah, NTS, man. New type system. Here we go. Speaking of new type system, we're approaching the last couple of photos here. Julio, you've been such a pleasure telling all your stories and your journeys here. These are some of your current works. This is the black and white photo of the, what are we looking at here? This is the sneak peek, Karma.
This is the Kamakiri Unit 34. Kamakiri means mantis in Japanese. This was for OMC, and I'm on the edge of my seat waiting for the last judge to say something. I am so sorry.
Oh. Yo, you got too excited there, bro.
Yeah. I'm so excited to see everyone else's entries. Like, I only did a sneak peek because I'm waiting for them to release the gallery, and then I'll release all my photos. But this was so fun, and it's so big.
It looks pretty
so big, dude.
I saw some of the whip pics you posted there. It looks pretty cool. What are some of the parts and pieces? If you could just do a recap of this guy here.
There's so many parts, so many kits, man. There's a Full Metal Panic kit in there. There's some Grimoire. There's some Core Gundam. There's some GLs, and just a little dude. In the big mantis, there's Destiny and Deej and Tallgeese and one of the new IBO kits that came out, and there's so many parts. There's Double O Riser in there. There's Exia pieces.
Man. You've built a lot of kits. If you have all those parts, like really cool. We're just looking at some of the main figure right now, the soldier dude. Very recognizable head. That's from the IBO. Lots of stuff on the. I love the armor on that. It has that commando feel. Is that what you were going for? Like, hey, I'm gonna go over there and kick some butt, kind of soldier, right?
We're looking for these people over here. This is actually the scout unit for the mantis. So I was like, he's gonna go look, and then he'll call them over.
Awesome. We have a shot here now. It's the colored version of all the. So this is before you primed and painted the kit, right? These are all the parts from it.
It's just a maniac put this together. It's like one of those hostage letters that you get with magazine letters, like crazy. When you start kit bashing, things look wild before you prime them, like super wild.
We got a highlighted question from Twitch. This is from Skyers. Thank you for that, by the way, for your highlighted question. Your question for Julio. With the recent Gunpla Expo news, what kit are you looking forward to the most? I was actually going to ask him that as well, but thank you for asking that. So this week, earlier this week, 2021 model kits have been announced by Bandai. There's lots of really cool stuff. I did a quick segment on that on Thursday with Andrew, and we're going to continue that as well this Tuesday and the following Thursday for the P Bandai releases and all the other stuff that we didn't mention from that. But there's just so many announcements of that. So Julio, the question for you was like, what kit are you looking forward to the most from the lineup that was announced?
The most I'm looking forward to is the MG Virtue, or Virtue, right? Virtue with the Nad.
Yeah. We're all assuming that the Nadley is inside it.
I'm hoping that it's inside. That was my first thought, but I'm really looking forward to getting at least 4 of those kits that were announced. I really want the RG Wing because it looks phenomenal. The HG Grimoire, the MG Dom, and there was another one. Oh, the RG Hainu.
Yeah. I'm glad it's not a P Bandai release, just because. That's an instant pick for sure. That's cool, man. Like, were you were you expecting any like surprise kits this round for next year, or like kits you're hoping for that they would have announced?
I was hoping for something GLs. Like that would have been real nice. Like an MG GLs, they got to do it already. It's too long for them not to. You've done all the other protagonists. Like you might as well do a master grade one. I think it'll look, because that suit is like really nice, really visually pleasing.
Yeah,
they should definitely do a master grade.
Well, the G Self won that what do you call it? That voting round, the poll, like 3-4 years ago, I remember. And we are all still waiting for that. But yeah, question back to you, Skyers, is like, what are you looking most as well forward to the most from the releases? And that goes also to everybody on YouTube Live. Let us know, guys. What did you guys think of that? Post on the comments what your most what you want to get the most from the announcement that Bandai made. Couple of things from YouTube. Learning how to paint realistic flesh tones is something even modelers should learn. That's from Bill. Completely correct, and agree with you on that one. Chris, sorry, Char's Apprentice, literally the sexiest inner frames, because they were just talking about how NTS, Nicholas Tiada Sanchez, is the king of the inner frame weathering. The PG Barbatos from McDeo. Posture check. Hang on, I gotta do a posture check. You should do a posture check too, buddy. Like, let's
yeah, I was I was all in there.
Oh man,
I was in that bench back.
Oh yeah, like I was kind of like going at that. Thank you so much for that, Chandra. She just gave us a posture check for that. Oh, we needed that. Oh man, I've been kind of slouched over for a bit because the stories is so exciting. I love it. From Bill, the MG Jin, from Williams Wills, MG Jim as well, Calamity, and the Jin is winning. MG Jin, yeah, I'm curious about that too. Virtue, yes, for me. We spoke about it with Palette Wednesdays 8 p.m. YouTube, Julio.
Yeah, we spoke about it Wednesday when they were announcing them. There's so many good stuff.
There's so many good stuff. I am really looking forward to that. From Chandra over at Twitch, she wants all the RG kits, and Ben as well, RG Wing. The Wing to me, I think, was the most interesting one, just because it had the really nice like flare up wing that's so unique.
Yeah.
That's something I would expect from a what do you call that? The high res kit, the IRM
high res
kit,
high resolution.
But yeah, the wings look phenomenal. I'm definitely looking forward to that. And for me, the left ball kind of kit is the IBO one. I forgot.
The Gremory.
The Gremory looks really cool. I could see that being a fun quick build because there's not a lot of loose flailing flappity flaps.
Yeah. I like the recent ones. There were some flappity flaps in there.
Awesome. Kev Models is joining us. Hi Kev, how are you?
Kev?
No, Kev is so like, his Instagram is popping, man. This guy just like busts out real good stuff. Thanks for joining us. He's saying MG Virtue. Miguel saying MG Virtue as well. We are all hoping for that MG Kshatriya as well for Bandai. Even if that's a P Bandai release, I would totally like sacrifice Julio for that. 100%, man. I'll fly down to Brooklyn, hog tie him, and then bring it over, man. I have no problem.
You know, I'm coming willingly. You don't gotta tie me up. I'm with it. Let's go.
Oh shoot, sorry, I pressed the button. But this summarizing the OMC. I wish you all the best of that one. It looks really good. What are some of your predictions? Are you following any of the builds as well? Like, what do you feel about OMC this year?
There's some good stuff out there. There's this one dude who made a scratch-built robot that's about this big, and the painting on it is phenomenal. Man, he got me shook. I was like, why? I thought that thing was bigger. No.
Is it the one with the coin beside it? And it's like, hey, this is how big it is? That's from Andrew, I believe. It's like a cyan-looking robot with like kickers?
Yeah.
With like sneakers? Yeah, so Mecha Painter, Andrew, that's his, and it looks really dope too. I love the shade on that one. So from your build, what are some of the lessons learned that you're going to take from this for your next build?
Maybe not go so big. It's huge, man. Like, I kind of built it into 1/20th scale. If you think about the scout unit as a human sized, like it's around 1/20th.
Yeah,
it's
huge. Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun to try to get it to competitions.
I wouldn't even know how to pack that. Like if you were to like travel with that, like it feels fragile. I know it's like a kick-ass monster, but like it feels like if I move it from that base, like it'll just like Like,
Now, if I can have him stand on all fours, and it's pretty solid.
yeah.
I used pinning techniques so that I could take him apart for travel. It's pretty solid.
Okay,
He can stand
okay,
on
that's
all
not
fours.
bad. And I hope to
prolonged use. I pinned him.
Then, oh no, and I hope to see that in person. Like, us watching the competitions, guys. Like, I've seen so many cool builders in this show. Yours is really, really getting there, man. Lots of cool stuff, lots of details. I love how our transition from the store. So we started off with like the Zaku, but you've already been experimenting. I love that you're pushing your limits, you're pushing your boundaries, and always trying new things after one build to the next. And this one definitely, so far, from what I've seen, is one of the most intricate ones that you've worked on. Second to, obviously, the one that you entered for the SCGMC competition.
Yeah.
Dude, this looks really, really awesome. We unfortunately
Photos are gonna be nice, man.
oh man, and the final photos, you can't post them because they are still in judging right now, and that's why we haven't been releasing them on this one. But follow him on his social, guys, and check him out when he does post them. I wish you the best again on this competition, man. Looks really dope. And even for future ones, man, I'm looking forward to seeing what you create. Let's go back to us real quick.
Plans for next year's.
Plan for next year, 2021. I could see so many people already, hopefully, have been working this year to bring out some really kick-ass stuff next year. 2021 is going to be a big year for the community. I have a feeling, that's my prediction. They're going to bring their A+ games on this one, and I can't wait to see everybody's what they're going to bring to the table for next year's competition, especially GBWC. I know you mentioned GBWC. You entered this not this year, but like the previous year. Are you planning also and entering this year coming up?
Yeah, completely crazy build, different wildness. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be pretty good.
Awesome.
I hope to do it anyway.
I do too, man. Maybe I'll see you at the finish line. Just a couple of things here, guys. Thank you so much for joining over at YouTube. From Kyle H, people are still telling us like what their favorites are. The high grade Nightingale, that one to me was a surprise because we already have the RE, but having that extra scale for that Nightingale gives another opportunity for customization for a lot of people. So awesome on that.
Thinking about parts, that thing is gonna be great for parts.
When you see these, like, when you guys see the new announcement, do you guys only think about? Because I see it as I'm gonna cannibalize that real quick.
Yeah, that thing's getting eaten.
Oh my god. And then over here at Twitch, Skyers is saying the high grade Zai from Hathaway's Flash. Virtue is so sexy. Yeah, it is.
It's nice, man. It's nice.
Boy?
It's just huge. It's huge.
I'm not a huge fan of Double O fan.
PG.
Yeah, but he's an RG Wing. Yeah. So yeah, RG Wing so far is definitely going to be in the winner's block on that one. Mega Giant Robot. Hey, just make it to another awesome show. From Bill, I can't believe the Mark V is an MG rather than an RE1100. And I am interested in the frame and variants like the Silver Bullet. Yeah, absolutely. Because I think the Mark V is such a sway from the traditional Gundam. It doesn't have like when you look at it, you don't say Gundam. You have to like know the lore, the background and development, but it's still
the evolution.
Good. I'm glad that they're touching base with the Sentinel series as well. Nicholas Tejada Sanchez is saying awesome work. Will definitely be at SCGMC 2021. That's from Coolest Gunpla. Everything's just delicious parts. Gia is saying, Bill, I agree with you, and I'm in the mindset of the RE line might be dead. Yeah, because like things that I was hoping for that would be like the what do you call it? I mentioned it the other day to the Gaia Gundam from Steed. Because they announced that as part of the first 10. We're already like close to like I think past 10 by now, and I still don't see my Gaia. So thanks Bandai. I'll probably see that in about 10 years from now when they do stuff. Anyways, thank you for the slideshow. Just a couple of final questions for you. If you guys have any final questions for Julio, post it now and we'll try to get it live. From me, again, thank you so much for joining. For those people who are just getting into the hobby, and I ask this for all the builders because I think your perspective, because of the various range of experience of builders that I have on the show, I appreciate the POV on these things like this. So for people who are new to the hobby or thinking of getting into the hobby, what kind of advices would you give them to help them flourish in our hobby?
Build everything. Anything you can get your hands on, any kind of model kit, just keep building, keep trying to make what you want into reality. Go hard, just try.
Right
honestly.
on.
If you as soon as you snap a kit, you enter a whole new world. You're part of a whole different community that you don't even know about yet. Just get in there, talk to people, see what you want to make. You probably make some incredible stuff. You have no idea. You just got to go for it.
Awesome. And what kind of like tools do you think they would need when they're starting?
Get a good pair of nippers. I started with nail clippers. I think a lot of us did.
Yeah.
But get a good pair of nippers. You know, get yourself a good hobby knife, and you know, just try to start with the basics like seams and mold lines, and you know, a little detail painting here and there. And eventually, you're gonna want to do more and more. You're gonna be like, wow, I made this. This is phenomenal. I loved it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, there you guys go. Get some good tools. Just dive into it. Also, Julio, you are part of the USA Gundam Store build team.
Yes, sir.
How did that, transpire? Like, who did you connect with Adam, or did you connect with the folks? Like, how did that go, man?
So I won a competition, and I inquired about a partnership with someone, and they said no. And Adam heard about it, and he was like, "Yo, what happened, man?" I just want to be a part of a team. I don't really want anything for free. I don't want, the juice you for kits or anything or tools. I just want to be a part of something. He was like, I got you. Welcome to the team. I was like,
nice.
That's awesome. Thank you, sir. He's great.
Awesome. And that's Adam for you. Adam is the owner of USA Gundam Store. Very, very humble person. Very, like, this guy pushes us to be, in the positive, giving us that positive reinforcement, supporting us as well, and I'm glad to be part of this team. I don't know how I slithered myself in here, but like I'm here, and to my fellow brother Julio, Brian, and all the other build teams from USA Gundam, like, thank you for having us be part of it. Like, it's such a great community and experience, and chatting with you. Last couple of questions here. Let's see. Julio, who's your sponsor? Okay, we already talked about that one. Freddie is saying SCGMC November 13, 2021. If Corona deal with it. Julio sponsored by the boys too. He's sponsored by the boys.
Yo, proudly sponsored by Gunpla Ronin Z. Proudly sponsored by Meg Dio Manny. Proudly sponsored by Bill Rochlam. Yo, people, family. Love those guys. Love
there
those guys.
There you go.
Honestly.
Oh, okay, that's where it is. Represent Brooklyn.
Represent.
Guys. Julio, awesome. Thank you so much. And don't forget, if people want to follow you on your socials, where can they find you, man?
You can find me on YouTube at Julio APONTE. You can find me on Instagram and Twitch and everything else. Twitter, CLIPPINUBS, and Wednesdays, Web Palette Wednesdays. Yo, November 28th, Critical Builds is coming back. I can't wait for that. You catch us this Tuesday coming up on the Kodokai Rebel Dojo. All the fun friends come hang out, come talk smack.
There we go. Awesome. All the links to his socials also in the description of the YouTube channel. Guys, feel free to check them out. Julio, is there anything else you want to say to your audience before we sign it off, man?
Yo, I truly love this community. I love everybody in it. Don't ever think otherwise. You ever have any questions or anything, come to me. Let's talk. Let's shoot the shit. Really love you guys. Thanks for having me, Ariel. You're fucking gem, you really are.
No, thank you, man. No, thank you for, like, this is just a fun show. Like, it's so chill, and I'm really glad you're here. We got a chance to talk about you, your journey, and learn a few things or two here. So yeah, dude, thank you, and I hope to have you back on the show again in the future.
Definitely.
And we'll do it all over again, man. All right, stick around on the line. We'll talk to you after the show for a bit, but yeah, why don't you say bye to everybody, and we will sign you off.
Thanks
man.
for watching, guys. You got my heart, mi corazón. Love you guys.
Yeah.
Peace.
There we go. Julio, thank you. All right, bye. Okay, that is for the feature builder episode tonight. Julio APONTE, CLIPPINUBS, guys. What an amazing person he was. Like, he was all right. I guess so. Maybe he's okay. No, he is an amazing person, amazing builder. Guys, feel free to reach out to his socials if you have any questions. If you want to connect with him, check out his shows, his YouTube, his like posting on Instagram. Such a beautiful work he has going on there. And yeah, like hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. Don't forget this coming week, actually season 2. Welcome to season 2, by the way. This is season 2 of AO Mecha Live. This is episode 2 of feature builder episode. There are some changes to season 2. Nothing changes for the actual live shows. It's still going to be Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, 9 p.m. For the AO Mecha Live. Backlog builders will be Mondays and Wednesdays, and on Saturdays will still be our feature builder. Next week's show, I guarantee you it's going to be a fun one. Another fun one with a little bit of surprise. So That will be dropping on Wednesday. I will announce that during the Backlog Builder episode. So stay tuned for that. Also, now that I am on Twitch, feel free to check my out there as well at twitch.tv/aomecha. I'll be streaming on that exclusively on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and potentially Sundays. I haven't decided on Sundays, but definitely Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays, Thursdays, Twitch TV, catch me. Thank you again for everybody that's joined us. Just want to say hello to everybody on Twitch and hello to everybody on YouTube. We have Bro Builder, we have Shar's Apprentice, we have Kyle H, we have Nicholas Teada Sanchez, Kev Models, Furious, Bill, Dio, Gio, oh my god, like so many people have dropped by. Pabs, Ronan, Ben, I'm just trying to scroll up as much as I can here. Miguel, oh my god. Lots of people, lots of love. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. This episode is powered by USA Gundam Store. Don't forget to check them out, guys. usagundamstore.com and save 10% when you use my discount code AOMECHA10. Also, this show is partnered with Gun Primer, and their products are always awesome. So check them out, guys. gunprimer.com/ well, no, not slash. It's just gunprimer.com, but you save with my discount code AOMECHA10. All right, till next time, guys. Hopefully you guys are keeping safe. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good night. See ya.